Hey everyone, I'm Anna and I'm a serial photographer from Instagram. You asked me a lot to make a video where I show you the process of editing, and today is that day. Today I want to show you how I edit my pictures and to show you the process of editing from the beginning to the end. And if you're still interested, let's get started! This picture I was shooting in my country yard. I found a big round mirror which shape I'll change later. I put it on the grass, put the tripod next to it at a high altitude and took a picture of myself in the mirror. It was really hard to constantly get up and down, but the result was worth it. Let's move on to editing. Firstly, all you need is to remove all unnecessary fragments from the surface of the mirror. I restored the mirror reflection with the clone stamp tool and originally brush tool, or just cloning and moving parts. I also added the reflection of the fingers to make it look more realistic. Then I changed the shape of the mirror, cut the desired shape from another layer, erase the edges, docked with the original image. Paint the mirror surface by color of the sky. Then I add grass to the edge of the mirror. You can use a special brush from the site which I will leave in my bio, or download a PNG image with a transparent background and then paste it on the photo. Then I extract the fragments, remove the excess parts, erase. Add cracks on the mirror, reduce opacity, also add the sky with clouds. It's very important to adjust the blending mode and also pay attention to details so that the sky does not appear where it is not needed. Then, for a more realistic look, I decided to cut a few pieces out of the mirror in the form of fragments. So drag the pieces to the mirror and remove from the layer of mirror. Duplicating the first shards. I put a layer of sky on them, also experiment with the overlay effect. Mostly in these cases I use screen or color dodge mode. The final touch is to add birds and spread them for more usual perception. Make them more transparent with the opposite slider or with the eraser. Sorry that I watch YouTube in the same time. It's really crap, don't pay attention to it. In the end, you can clean the dirt, remove unnecessary cracks or draw the missing ones. And voila, what we get! The second photo I decided to make at home on an ordinary window seat. I opened the windows, put the pillows on, and put on a wig for a little makeover. Let's move on to editing. I start with the alignment of the windows. For this we combine 2 or more photos to add as many real soap bubbles as possible. Then we remove the background of the just added bubbles. So they are on different layers, we can isolate them and edit separately. We'll get back to them later. We download the image of subbubbles from the internet, apply them to our photo, clone and add some more bubbles, transform and change the blending mode. I used the screen mode, but you can also slightly reduce the opacity to make it look more natural. Now is the most interesting thing. Open downloaded bubbles and in the filter liquify, use the deformation tool or warp tool, starting to turn it to the hearts. Basically, you can create any form, but I choose hearts. You don't have to change all the bubbles, you can stop just a few pieces in the foreground. Go back to those bubbles that we carried at the beginning. Also drive it into the liquify filter and also deform them into hearts. In my case, a few bubbles got on the original photo, so I very delicately, very carefully changed them, trying not to touch the sash of the window and the environment. Then you can correct any flaws using the smoothing or reconstruction tools. After color correction, that's what we got. Firstly, I began drawing on my beautiful face a big blood flowing from the hairline and finish it somewhere in the middle of the cheek. At the bottom I drew drips, but they turned out uneven, which is not so scary because the paint will overlay everything. I take a brush and start to paint over the whole face and neck with acrylic paint, except just painted blood. Honestly, I would advise to use face paints, not acrylic paint, as I have done, because according to reviews on the internet it makes your skin very dry. Then apply makeup on not painted area. I use just mascara and some eyeshadows. Voila! Now we move on to editing. We start with the alignment of the entire painted surface. I edited the skin with the clone stamp tool, healing brush tool and just a brush and eyedropper tool with the right color shade. You can also take a sponge tool and discolor some surface if you, like me, decided to make a sketch with a random blue eyeliner. Drips are also aligned with a stamp or brush tool with color. Also, I changed their shape a little bit, using a template from the internet to make them more accurate. Then it remains only to align the entire length of the edge of the blood using lasso and stamp tool. Then you need to summarize everything. Adjust the brightness, contrast, saturation of the area painted with acrylic. You can cover it with half transparent white layer. Then clean the area with the eye, align the skin, add shadows, lights, and let's make it beautiful! And after color correction, here is what we get. I really hope that you like this video because I'm super nervous and I don't usually speak with camera. And okay, follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my channel here in YouTube. And see you soon. Keep in touch. Love you. Bye.